A tragic helicopter crash rocked Kyiv on Wednesday, which killed at least 14 people, including the country's interior minister, senior officials, and children. Now, very conveniently, Ukraine blamed this accident on the Russian war. Media reports claimed that a technical malfunction may have caused the accident, but we have clear reasons to believe that the helicopter was most likely shot down by a Ukrainian missile. Hi and welcome, you're watching India's World. We discuss geopolitics here. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more interesting videos. As soon as the helicopter crash happened, it became clear that at least Russia was not responsible for it. Ukraine's own security agency SBU stated several possible reasons for the crash, including technical malfunction and, here comes the main thing, breach of flight rules. What flight rules is SBU talking about? We must not forget that Ukraine is at war with Russia. This is a tough time for Ukraine. Its defense forces are on high alert, and so are its missile defense systems. So there are high chances that Ukrainian defense forces might have mistaken the chopper to be an enemy object, a Russian plane or drone, following which the friendly fire must have been initiated. In military language, this action is called fratricide. I won't go deep into technicalities, but fighter pilots and ground forces need to follow certain SOPs to ensure that a friendly fire is never undertaken. As SBU itself used the term breach of flight rules to explain the cause behind the chopper crash, it can be safely assumed that the flying fighter or ground forces were not following the SOPs. Make no mistake, several incidents of friendly fire have already been reported so far in the Russia-Ukraine war. For instance, the UK media in December reported that the Russian army had mistakenly killed 14 of its own soldiers during a military operation. The same media portal, express.co.uk, on January 17 reported that Russia mistakenly destroyed a tank full of pro-Russia fighters. Russia's state-backed media portal TASS news agency reported last month that Ukrainian army also shelled each other's positions from artillery guns and small arms near the Svatovo area. The Ukrainian army is indeed panic-stricken. Amid claims that Russia has run out of arms and ammunition, Putin has not let the enemies heave a sigh of relief with a non-stop, frequent barrage of missiles. On Wednesday in Davos, Polish President Andrzej Duda said that Russia was still very strong and was preparing a new offensive against Ukraine. Duda said, "They, that is Russia, are still very strong, and we are afraid that they are preparing for a new offensive in a few months, so it is crucial to send additional support to Ukraine, specifically modern tanks and modern missiles." But tanks are of no use when their operators, the Ukrainian troops, are facing extreme mental trauma, fatigue and distress. NPR in November reported that Ukrainian forces are physically and emotionally exhausted after months of war. The troops are suffering panic attacks. When someone dies on the battlefield, they tend to suffer survivor's guilt. With such a sorry state of mind, mistakes are bound to happen on both sides. But Ukraine can no longer afford to keep committing such mistakes in the future. Putin has some scary plans ready for the country, and it must brace itself to face the real heat now.
India's World, telling the right side of the story.